applesauce experiment. So John Glenn is sitting in the capsule, gets that call from Mission Control. John, take out your tube of applesauce. Now eat it. And that's it. Right? So why is this important? Well, up until this point, we have never tried anything in space. We've never tried eating in space. We've never tried working in space. The only experience we have in space is being in space. A number of scientists and doctors were scared humans could be like birds. You ever seen a bird try to swallow something? They usually tilt their head back and gravity helps them swallow. But by eating a tube of applesauce in orbit, we were able to prove humans can swallow without the use of gravity, and that would pave our way for us to go to the moon. See, a tube of applesauce changed everything.
She's not
so
even
follow
listening.
me over towards that great white rocket called a Gemini Titan II. Let's talk about that Gemini program.
Can I walk?
Sleep together. All the fun things that come after eating together. By the way, guys, school survivors, that was us, the Gemini program. We're about to spend 2 weeks in one of those capsules training to go to the moon. Now let's talk about Gemini. First emergency landing from space.
What do you think?
Now we all know Apollo.
Plenty of space in a capsule to come back down. Do you think? For 2 kids.
This big silver on its mouth. It's called the Agena Atlas. The Agena part on top is going to go up and down for the surface. So we send up the manned Gemini Titan II and the unmanned Agena Atlas. Both go up, they go to dock, and start spinning out of control. There's a spark in the capsule that cannot open the hatch. We lost those first 3 astronauts. Gus Grissom, Ed White, Roger Chaffee. That was almost the end of our story. In fact, we almost
Eloise will make a great astronaut.
lost 3 men on a Cadbury task. How are we supposed to get them off the Earth to the moon nearly 250,000 miles away and then still bring them all back safely? Before he passed, Gus Grissom laid down some plans, but if anything ever happened to him, we well knows. He was one of the first to understand the importance of the space program. It's not just about politics, the space race, beat the Soviets to the moon. We want to make life better here on Earth. Please do me a favor, turn to your right, take a look at this big red engine standing here in the middle of the garden.
So they're in
One of the most powerful
that bit at the end, a replica of.
5 of those were on the back of the Saturn V rocket. Now they're to the moon. Together they have the power to shake the windows in downtown Orlando, nearly 50 miles.
This rocket will be taking us back to the moon. It will be doing asteroid retrievals, and then it's off to Mars. 1 year, one way, 2 years round trip. Now the Saturn V rocket, it would clear these high bay doors by just 6 feet. To get an idea of what 6 feet is, if you take a look at the vents going up along the sides of the doors, each one of these vents is 7 feet tall. The space shuttle is 1/3 the size of the Saturn V rocket, so they never had to open these doors more than 2/3 of the way to get the space shuttle in or out. And depending on the mission requirements for the new Space Launch System rocket, well, they may have to add the launch abort system on after it's left the building.
NASA is known for dreaming big, and big dreams require big equipment. I'm standing next to the Crawler Transporter, the largest self-powered land vehicle in the world. It was originally built in 1965 for the Apollo program, and has since been updated to accommodate the space shuttle and now NASA's SLS rocket. Weighing in at 6 million pounds and capable of lifting and hauling 18 million pounds, the Crawler is an engineering marvel, even without a rocket sitting on top of it.
Ever to visit the space station.
You can see that same Dragon capsule back at the visitor complex on the NASA Now exhibit. Since then, SpaceX has made numerous deliveries to the ISS, and some other Dragon capsules have been used more than once.
So on a launch day, when you see all that smoke billowing out from underneath the space shuttle or the rocket when it launches, that's not smoke, that's steam. That's for the sound suppression. Now just picture that Crawler Transporter coming down the Crawler Way in front of us. And by the time it reaches the gate down here, it would take 1 hour for it to get to the top of the platform. Now the hydraulics arm would come and raise the platform to keep it level as it's going up the incline so that the rocket or the space shuttle wouldn't fall over. Now from Launch Pad 39B back to the vehicle assembly building, it is 4.2 miles away. So if you take a look over here on your left-hand side, this is the press area. And this is the closest, safest distance you can be on a launch day at 3.5 miles away. Coming up ahead in the fenced-in area of 1 o'clock, you'll see the launch abort system for the new Space Launch System rocket.
What's happening, guys? Oh yeah? Launch success! Well done! Yeah.
Rock 5-5, Mike. How did it go over?
That's the name. Everything's going just swimmingly. Beautiful.
Great. We're standing by for Eagle.
Okay, he's coming along.
We copy out.
Yeah, flight controllers, we're off to a good start. Flight school.
AOS LEM.
Roger, AOS LEM.
Okay, all flight controllers, don't go for landing. Retro. Go. Fido. Go. Guys, go.
Control.
Go. Telcom. Go.
GNC.
Go. Econ. Go. Surgeon. Go. Capcom, we're go for landing. Eagle Houston, you're go for landing. Over.
Hurtling toward the moon at 3,800 miles per hour, Neil Armstrong notices his checkpoints are all appearing too soon.
Okay, we went by 3 minutes way early.
This means a serious navigation error.
You think you're a little bit long downrange?
At these speeds, 3 seconds long means missing the safe landing zone by 3 miles.
Program alarm.
A problem with the onboard computer.
The 1202. 1202 alarm.
The astronauts have rehearsed for thousands of possible malfunctions, but not this one. It had been considered too unlikely. Seconds seem like hours as everyone struggles to remember the meaning of a 1202 program alarm. The deadline to safely aboard is vanishing fast.
Give us a reading on the 1202 program alarm.
1202 means the Eagle's onboard computer is overloading. This means Houston is blind, unable to make navigation corrections or interpret the data coming from Eagle's computer. Armstrong and Aldrin are on their own. Mission Control decides they can go ahead. Mission Control, everybody is stunned. At 300 feet, the Eagle has left its flight plan and taken off at full speed across the face of the moon.
Eagle Houston is descent to fuel to monitor, over. Down 2.5. Forward. Forward. 30 feet, 2.5 down. Right shadow. 4 forward. 4 forward, just to the right little. Down 1/2. On back light. Okay, engine stop. And shut down. Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Watching our destiny unfold.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. For all mankind.
With these first steps, mankind stood on the highest ground, and we saw our planet as our home port in the endless ocean of space.
There was something which was surprising to me. That occurred as I was standing on the surface. Just after we had landed, I'd gone down, standing on the surface and looking at planet Earth for the first time, seeing the beauty, seeing the finiteness of it, the limits of it, realizing what a shame it was that people were confronting each other on that planet without realizing what it was doing to the planet. It was a very emotional moment for me. I actually shed a couple of tears. Something totally unexpected for an engineer and fighter pilot to be crying quietly up there on the moon.
The Apollo program ended in December of 1972, but our journey into space is just beginning. I'm Neil Armstrong. The future of space travel is being written right now in the dreams and imaginations of a new generation. Perhaps that's the greatest legacy of Apollo. It shows our children and grandchildren that with courage, imagination, and the will to explore, no dream is impossible.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? Or like the coding put together.
People around.
Driving. Does that lever work to go forward? That one. How do you feel after driving the shuttle? Alright, you're ready to go in space now. So Back to the Future. What all these do?
Sabría que tocar. Chico, vea que le saco. Yo sí, porque sé mucho. Saludos.
Okay. Oh no! Quick, you're drifting off into space. Great job.
Hello. We're in the mid-deck of the Atlantis.
Are you going out to space?
Nice space, Mom.
Don't crash, Eloise. Don't crash. Don't crash.
I'll let Jacob about it. See if you can do it. I did it first time. How do you slow it down? You don't.
You'll get on that door.
The challenges that you'll face. Aboard the ISS, astronauts are conducting groundbreaking research to pave the way for the journey, and plans are in the works to redirect a nearby asteroid into orbit around our moon. You're going to use that asteroid to perfect the capabilities for your Mars mission. You might even find clues to the formation of our solar system there. And meanwhile, the moon will act as a perfect dress rehearsal for Mars. They both have far less gravity than the Earth, and they both freeze. So now you know where you're going, you need to figure out how to make that happen. Let's bring up Mars and the International Space Station. Look at it this way. 100 years ago, there were no airlines. For just a few decades, and millions of people were traveling by air. You probably came here on an airline, never gave a second thought, right? Well, over the next couple of decades, commercial space transportation has the power to transform.
These are the Mars rovers, are these?
Yeah. Since the dawn of India.
It's small in there. Small. This is Gemini capsule. Hope it don't start spinning. Bye.